Hi there, my name is Simon, and in this video I will show you step by step how to create a professional Facebook business page. This is a full setup guide for complete beginners, so if you're looking for tutorials showing you exactly step by step how to set up your Facebook business page the right way so you reach as many people as possible, then keep watching. This is the perfect video for you. What's up? This is Simon from Madix Media, providing you with the best tips, tools and tutorials to grow your online business, so make sure you subscribe to the channel to not miss any upcoming videos. So in this video, I'll walk you through everything on my computer so you can easily follow along and set up your own Facebook business page alongside watching this video. The goal is that at the end of watching this tutorial, you'll be all set up and ready to go with your new Facebook business page. If you have any questions while watching the video, just leave them down below in the comment section and I'll make sure to get back to you as soon as possible. If you find this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up. That will really help me out a lot. So with that being said, let's get into the video. Alright, so the first thing we have to do to create our new Facebook business page is to log into our personal Facebook account. So if you don't already have a Facebook account, just go to facebook.com and create your account and then come back to the video, because we do need a personal Facebook account in order to be able to create our personal Facebook business page. So now when you're logged into your personal Facebook account, all you have to do is go to the top right here where you see that little plus sign right here and then click on it. And here is where we can create new stuff on Facebook. So now we want to create a page. So let's click on page right here. And that will open up our page editor where we kind of see a mock-up of our empty Facebook page that we will fill now with new content. So let's start creating our page by giving our page a name. I highly recommend that you just give your page the name that you already have for your own business. So as an example for this video, I'm going to create a Facebook business page for a burger restaurant. So let's call our burger restaurant Burger Bros. That's the name of our restaurant. So whatever the name of your business is, of your restaurant, of your service, just type it into the search name section right here. And also I'd be really interested in what you are building your Facebook page for, so what kind of business you are running. So let me know in the comment section down below what kind of business you are creating a Facebook page for. Is it like a restaurant like I'm doing right now? Is it an online shop? Maybe you are a plumber or something like that. Just leave me your answer down below in the comment section, and then maybe in the future I can make a specific video how to create or how to optimize your Facebook page for your specific business. The answer that I will get the most is probably what I will do the video about. All right, so let's move on to the next step, which is category. So you want to make sure that you tell Facebook as closely as possible what category your business fits in the most. So in my case right here, let's just type in burger and see if there is like a burger restaurant. And as we can see here, and we have a category burger restaurant. So that pretty accurately describes what my business is about. So that's what I want to choose first. And then what I can also do is do two more categories. The first category that we have chosen just now is the one that will be visible right under our page name later right here. So we can still choose some other categories. So let's see. Let's say we are a fast food restaurant and we are a food and beverage. So those are the three categories for our specific business. And now the next step is the description. So here we get 255 characters to describe what our business is about. So you have to imagine that when somebody visits your Facebook page, they want to know what that Facebook page is about. Otherwise, they will just click away and then move on with their day. So you want to make sure that you describe your business as accurately as possible, and make sure you also tell them what makes you unique. So I just created a short description as an example for this burger restaurant Facebook page here. So I just welcome people to this page and then tell them what we are actually providing. So it's like fresh burgers with fresh ingredients. And then I ask people to visit us today for the ultimate burger experience. So make sure to take some time and actually create a very nice description what your business is about. And once you've done that, let's move on and just click on create page on the bottom left right here. And that will start creating our page. And as we can see here, our name is already taken. So let's see, maybe we can do this without a space, and then let's see if that works. Let's see, let's create the page again. Okay, so now our Facebook page is created, so we can start adding our profile image and our cover image on the top here. So when you scroll down on the left side, you see a new field where we can upload those pictures. So first of all, let's upload our profile picture or just the logo of our business. So let's click on add profile picture. I'm gonna take this one right here. And make sure that it fits nicely into this round frame right here. Make sure nothing is like cut off or something. That will just make your page look unprofessional, and people will not really like to follow your page if it doesn't look very professional and nice. And then the next thing is our cover image. So I also prepared a cover image as an example for this video. And what I would suggest to do is to use that cover image to also give people a call to action and make sure it also tells what your business is about, because people don't actually like to read, so they gravitate towards looking at images first. So you can really use your image to showcase what you are actually offering. So in this case right here, I just entered the name of the restaurant on the top here, then the times when it is actually open, and also a phone number so that people who want to book a table at the restaurant, they can just call the phone number right here and then start the reservation. Because the goal of this Facebook page eventually is to convert new visitors that just discovered our page, our business, to convert them into new customers. That's kind of the goal of our Facebook business page. So make sure to make use of this big banner on the top right here. It's kind of like a free advertisement. So once you have uploaded those pictures, just click on save on the bottom left, and then let's move on to the next step. Cool, so now we have created our new Facebook page. This is kind of what you will see when you go to your own Facebook page. On the left side, you have kind of a menu here that we will go through in detail later in the tutorial. And then here, the main page, you can scroll down and you have some kind of like widgets there that Facebook kind of gives you as an overview. So here they want you to kind of create a shop, which is something that we will not do in this tutorial, but I will have another video showing you exactly how to create an online shop using Facebook. So we're going to close this right here. And then they also kind of guide you through setting up your page, but you don't have to worry about that. I will walk you through everything in this video. Here we can create new posts. So if you want to post something to your page, just click on create post. Then here you see kind of the recent activity, people that have posted something on your page or posts that you have made on your page. Then obviously Facebook wants to invite new people to follow your page and like your page. So you can click on see all friends here and then invite people to actually follow your page, which is something that I would recommend you do once you have finished setting up your page. So at the end of this video, you can start inviting your friends to like your page and follow your page. Then if you scroll down here, you can also, they kind of want to guide you through again, like add more information. We can close this down. I will walk you through everything in this video. Then you can check out some Facebook business tools and you see some insights right here. And you have a detailed about section. Again, we will fill all of this out over the course of this video so that Facebook knows exactly what Facebook users they can recommend your page to. So we want to make sure that we give Facebook all the information that they need to recommend our Facebook page to potential customers, so we actually get free new customers. And then we have the photos and page transparency. So the first thing we want to do is we want to see if we can actually get our own username, because if you have your own username, you get a much nicer URL on the top here. So right now there's like an ugly number at the end of the URL, and we want to get rid of that. So we want to get our own username. This also makes it easier for people to tag your page and actually remember your page, and it will make it a lot more accessible for Facebook users. So to get our username, you want to click on create username, and that will open up the window where we can get our own username. Now, I expect that this isn't working yet because for new Facebook pages, Facebook doesn't normally allow people to get their own username. But let's try maybe, because sometimes it does work. So here for the username, I would just recommend to, again, just use your business name without any fancy stuff inside of your name, so no numbers and stuff like that. Just type in your business name, so this would be Burger Bros, and then click somewhere outside of the screen. And as you can see here, this page isn't eligible to have a username. The reason that is because we have just freshly created this page and Facebook doesn't trust us yet that we are actually serious about our Facebook page. So what you have to do is after this video, just invite a couple of your friends to follow your page. I think if you have at least 25 followers on your page, you are eligible to get your own username. Or also, if you don't get to 25 followers, just get your page going. After your page has seen some activity, you will be eligible to get your own username. So just don't forget to come back to this step here and get your own username later on. But for now, we're just going to skip this step because we aren't able to create a username yet. Now, the next very important thing that a lot of people actually forget is to add a button to our page. This is like the main call to action feature here on our Facebook page that we're going to use to convert our visitors into customers. So let's click on add a button, and then we have a lot of different options to choose from. So depending on your business, maybe you want people to start an order if you like a food delivery service, or maybe you want people to call you, maybe you want people to send you a message, or maybe you want people to shop on your online store. So depending on what your business is, you want to choose the right call to action, the right button for turning your visitors into customers. So let's say for this example, this restaurant, we want people to call us to book a table. So let's click on call now and then enter a phone number so that people, when they click on the button, they can call us on this number and then make a reservation. So let's click save right here. And now, as you can see, this button has changed to call now. Now, in the future, when you want to change this button, just click on the button and click on edit button, and then you can change the call to action anytime down the road. But let's keep it this way right now. You can also click on test button and make sure that this number is actually correct and is working. But when people click on this button, they normally are prompted to call the number, and yeah, you can they can make reservations for this restaurant. And now, like I said before, we want to add some more information to our Facebook page so that people will be able to find our page a lot easier, and Facebook will be able to recommend our page to the right people. So to do that, let's go to the left side right here and click on Edit Page Info. And here's where you can add some more details to our business. So let's click this away, and then the general part we already have filled out. We can see the name is already there, the description is already there. The username, unfortunately, we aren't able to create one for ourselves yet, but we're going to do that later on. And then the categories, we already have 3 categories. But if ever you want to change the categories, just go into this Edit Page Info menu right here and then change the category. Then the next thing is contact. So depending on your business, it might make a lot of sense to actually add your phone number, email, and website. So for example, this website, this Facebook page, the restaurant, it would make sense to add a phone number. So let's actually add the phone number here. And if you don't want to add a phone number, just click on my page doesn't have a phone number, doesn't have an email, or doesn't have a website. But again, if you want people to actually contact you, then I would highly suggest you actually add this information. All right, and then let's move on to location. Again, here, if you have a physical business where people should actually go to your physical store, then it would make a lot of sense that you actually give Facebook your business location. If you don't have a physical store, if you have an online store or something like that, it might make sense to just click on my page doesn't have a location, because you will ship your products anyway, so it's not that important. But if you have a physical store that people should go to, then I would highly recommend to actually add your business address. And then if you click on additional location details, you can also let Facebook know that the customers can actually visit your physical location. So we're gonna click yes here. Then does your page travel to its customers? So if you like a plumber service or something that actually goes to your customers, you can click yes here, but in my example, it would be no. Then can customers buy goods or services online? In this case, it would be no. And then service area, again, if you are like a service that actually goes to people's homes, then it would make sense to actually type in a service area, like a neighborhood, cities or something that you are actually active in. So people know that, that they only need to contact you if they are in that specific service area. Then the next step is the hours. So when is our business actually open? So in our case, we have a restaurant, so we actually do have open hours. If you have an online store, then this won't be applicable to you because you don't really care when people actually order from your online store. But in this case, let's click on open on selected hours, and then we can type in the exact hours when our store is actually open. So let's say here 8 a.m. until, let's say we are open until 10 p.m. And then on the next step here, this is something that Facebook has just recently introduced because of the pandemic. You can let people know that even though there's a lot of stuff going on with the pandemic and everything, your business is still operating as usual, or maybe you are temporarily closed, or maybe you also have some changes. So if you are a restaurant and you had to close because of regulations that, or shut down or something like that, then you could say that you are still delivering, or people can pick up food. So we can let people know using this feature. But let's say in our case, we are still operating as usual. We are still taking guests. So let's click on operating as usual. And then in the more section, you can link to your private policy. So just type in the URL that goes to your website's private policy. And then in the impression field, that's only for specific countries. You need to fill this out as well. But for most people, that's not applicable. Then if you have actually products, you can type in the products right here, give some additional information about your business right here. So as you can see, you have 10,000 characters that you can use. So if you have like a lawyer's office or something that specializes in specific areas, then you can just type it in here and let people know what you specialize in and really go in detail. And then Wi-Fi, if you have a network name, you can type it in here. I really don't know what how this works, how people should find you by searching for Wi-Fi on Facebook. But if you have one, you can type it in here. Then let's say here, I don't have a Wi-Fi. And then the next step is price range. So if you have a restaurant, for example, in my case, I would say this is cheap, so that people know, okay, this is a fast food restaurant. We can expect cheap prices there. If you don't want to let people know what kind of price range you are in, you can also click on unspecified or not applicable. And then what I would also recommend, if you have other social media accounts like Twitter or Instagram or Snapchat or YouTube, type in the accounts right here and add them so that people can actually follow you on those other pages as well. Perfect. So now we are finished with the edit page info section. So let's click on home on the top left and get back to our main overview right here. So let's now check out how our page currently looks like as a new visitor to our Facebook page. So to check that out, let's click on view as visitor right here. This is the button that you can click to see how your page currently looks like for other people. So as you can see here, we have our profile picture, our banner on the top, our name, our category, our call now button right here. Then we have now a lot more information in the about section because we have added the location right here. We have a website, a phone number, a price range, an email address, and also the information on when our opening times are for our restaurant, so people can exactly see when they can actually go and visit us. And so you can always go back here to this view when you have changed something, so that you see that it looks exactly how you want it to look like. But let's now move on and go out of this view right here. So all you have to do is click on exit view as on the top right. And now let's go through some of the more advanced settings, because everything we've done up until now is kind of created the basis for our new Facebook page. But our Facebook page is capable of a lot more than simply displaying our business information. And in order to get the most out of our business page, we have to dive into the settings a little bit. So let's go to the bottom left side of the screen and click on settings right here. And don't be overwhelmed by all of the possibilities that you see right here. We will go through the most important ones together that I would change. I will skip the ones that are already set up perfectly in my opinion. But if you have some time, you can just go through them by yourself if you want to and see what everything means. But let's start with the general tab right here. And the first thing is page visibility. this is basically where we can publish or unpublish our page. So if you don't want people to be able to find your page yet, you can click here, click on page unpublished, click save changes, and then people won't be able to find your page until you come back here and publish your page. Then for visitor posts, this basically means that people are able to post things on your Facebook page, which might make sense. Maybe for this example, a restaurant, I want people to actually take pictures in my restaurant and then post them to my Facebook page. Maybe I can also encourage them to do that so that I get a higher reach, and people, like friends of the person who actually shared the post, will be able to see my restaurant and maybe also become a customer. But what I want to do is actually I want to check the post before it is actually posted. So I want to see if it's something like negative or somebody's just trolling the page. So I want to click review posts by other people before they are published to the page. And that gives me the possibility or the control over what's actually posted on my Facebook page. So I'm going to click save changes here. And then we're going to skip the next things here because it's already set up perfectly. Now, country restrictions is something that you might want to look at if you maybe have a business name that is only operating in your country, but there are other businesses in other countries that have the same name, and you don't want people to confuse your businesses. So you could just type in what countries you want to either show your page in, or what countries you want to hide your page in. So just to avoid confusion, you can just really specify what people should be able to find your page. And then age restriction is something that might be interesting to you if you have like content that is only for people for 18 years or older, or it's maybe alcohol related. You can set this here. And then for page moderation, what you can do here is just type in words like swear words or something that when people use these words in the comments, then the comment won't be published. So you can just ban nasty comments or stuff like that. And then what you can also just use is the profanity filter. This is basically a tool by Facebook. They have their own words that they have gathered in time so that when people use these specific words, then the comment will be blocked. So you can just set this to maybe medium or strong, whatever you think is appropriate, and then it will filter out comments using these bad words. And then for page updates, this basically means that whenever something changes on your Facebook page, it will automatically trigger a post and people will see that change. In my opinion, this is kind of annoying because when I change something in my description, it will automatically trigger a new post on my page, or when I like change a photo or something. So I usually just turn this off to really have full control over what is posted on my Facebook page. And then we move on to comment ranking. And what I do is I just tick this because then the comments with the most likes will be on the top of the comment section. This is really preference, so we can also untick this and then maybe have the newest comments on the top, but I like to see the most relevant ones, so I just tick this and then click save changes. And then let's move on to content distribution. This is basically allowing people to download videos from your Facebook page. And if you don't want people to be able to do that, you have to check this and then click on Save Changes. And that's basically it for the General tab. Another thing you can remember is that if you ever want to delete your page, you can also do this right here. Just click on Delete Page or Remove Page and then click on Permanently Delete Your Page. But obviously we don't want to delete our page now because you've just created it. And so let's move on to the next tab, which is messaging. And this is a pretty interesting tab as well, because you can really define on how you want to communicate with people that are visiting your page. So let's start with the general settings right here. This is basically how you want to use the return key. I usually keep this turned off because whenever I type in a long message and I want to use multiple paragraphs, then I want to use the enter key to start a new paragraph. And when you have this turned on, then it will automatically send out whatever you have written so far. It will be harder to create paragraphs. So I just turn this off and then I just click on the send button to actually send out the message. This is really preference as well. So this is up to you what you want to set here. Now, the next thing you can do is show a greeting, which means that before somebody actually types in a message to you or asks something, they will see your greeting. So if you turn this on, then they will see this specific message. So you can change this message here. They can see it, and then they can type in something, and then the message will disappear. So as an example, it says, "Hi Simon, thanks for getting in touch with us on Messenger. Please send us any questions you may have." You can also change this to maybe your opening hours or whatever makes the most sense for your business. Then click save and have this as a greeting. And then here we have a specific link that directly goes to our Facebook Messenger. So if you want to send people directly to your Facebook Messenger, you can give them this specific link. Right now it kind of looks ugly because of all of these numbers, but once you get your own Facebook page username, this number will change to your specific username and it will look a lot nicer. But again, we don't have a username yet, so right now you see those numbers right here. Then what's also very interesting, what you can do is you can add your Facebook Messenger to your website, which is something that can be very useful if you want people to contact you via Facebook Messenger on your website. So I'm going to quickly show you how you can put the Facebook Messenger on your website. It's actually quite easy. So let's click on Get Started right here. And as you can see here, if this would be your website, then the messenger icon would be on the bottom right or on the bottom left. And then you can just chat with people on your website using Facebook Messenger. So we're going to click next here. And this is kind of what it looks like. If you turn this guest chat on, then people don't need to log in to their own Facebook account. They can just click on continue as guest and just contact you like that. You can also have a greeting right here. So if you want to change that, just change it right here. And then click on next. And we can also change like the color theme here. So we could change the color to maybe orange, which maybe fits more to our branding. And we could also do it on the left side or on the right side, whatever we think is appropriate. And then we can turn this off if you don't want to expand the chat box right away. If you want people to need to click on it so it expands, then you can turn this off. I usually turn it off because I think it might be a little bit disturbing on the website. So I have it turned off, and then I'm going to click next. And here, before you put it on your website, you have to actually add your domain. So I'm going to add a domain kind of as an example here to show you how this works. medicstutorials.com, and now we can put this specific HTML code to our website, and that will add the chat box onto our website. I'm going to quickly show you how to add this code. What you have to basically do is put this inside of the body tag of your website code, and it might sound a bit complicated, but it's actually not. So I'm going to show you how to do this on your WordPress website because most of the websites are on WordPress. So I'm going to quickly go to my WordPress account right here. So here all you have to do is go to Appearance and then click on Theme Editor. And that will open up the theme editor. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the code into the header. So I'm going to click on Theme Header. And then I'm going to put it right under the head tag. So I'm going to make some space here. Go back to the Facebook page. Go to this, click here, and then it will copy this HTML code. All you have to do here is right click. This is the WordPress account. Right click, then paste, and then it's pasted in there. Then we're going to click on Update File. And once it's updated, we can go and visit our page and see if it actually worked. So as we can see now, we have, this is like the example website, and we have this specific chat box on the bottom right. And now we could go ahead and click on Continue as Guest. And then there are already kind of these default questions that people can just click on. And then you could also have like default answers. So you don't really have to physically start answering the questions because you already have answers for these frequently asked questions. But I could just type in something like, hey, how are you doing? And then I would see this message in my Facebook page account in the Messenger Manager. And I'm going to show you that in a second right here. But that's basically how you can put this messenger on your website. So let's move on and continue with setting up our Facebook page. You can click done here. And now we have basically set this up. So now what we can do is set up automated responses. So when we click on a setup here, we go to the inbox of our Facebook page. So I'm going to quickly give you an overview here. And you can also go directly to this page by clicking on inbox. Here we are on the main site, and we click on inbox, then it will directly go to this screen. As we can see here, a guest, which was me just a couple of seconds ago, has typed something. So they have contacted us, and now I can just type something in here and then start communicating with them. So what I want to show you here is basically the automated responses tab. So we can set up an instant reply. So if you are away, we can just type in, we can just turn this on. Then we can edit our instant reply. Right now it's saying, hi, thanks for contacting us. We've received your message and appreciate you reaching out. And you can just type in whatever you want here. And maybe you can give them also a phone number where they can call, or whatever you want people to see when they type in a message. So that really helps you not ignoring your visitors when they are actually contacting you, and you can direct them to your website or to your phone number or whatever. So this is very useful. Or another thing that is very useful is the frequently asked questions. So if you go here, you can edit this, and we can add a question right here. So we can add something like, when are you open? And then what we can do is click, we can type in an automated response with our opening time. So we could say Monday, 8 a.m. till 10 p.m. and so on. And then whenever somebody clicks on the chat and they see those frequently asked questions, they can just click on ask, and then they will automatically get your answer that you have set up right here. We can also add another question right there, and then a third question. Then you can also use, if you have job applications on your Facebook page, you can use this job application received, or you can also do follow-ups with appointment reminders. So 24 hours before they have made an appointment with you, you can send them a reminder through the Facebook Messenger. Cool. So as you can see, we have a lot of possibilities with using our Facebook Messenger and how we communicate with our visitors. So let's go back into the settings. We will come back to the inbox tab later in the tutorial. So we were at the settings tab right here. And then the last part here is show who's sending messages on behalf of your page. What you could do here is just, instead of saying Burger Bros, you could also have it say Simon of Burger Bros, so that people see who is actually talking to them at this moment. So if you have multiple people managing your page, this might make sense. All right, then let's move on to the next step, which is page info. We actually already have filled everything out here because this is the added page info section that we have done before. So we don't need to bother with this. Everything is filled out perfectly. Now the next thing I want to look at is templates and tabs. This is where you can change the top menu of your Facebook page. So if you go back to our Facebook page, we just click on Burger Bros here, we see the top menu. So right now it's set up by default how most restaurants set up their menu, their top tabs right here. And people can also click on more and then go to each of these tabs. And you can actually customize this in the settings. So let's go back to the settings, go to templates and tabs. And then what you can do here is basically turn off and on different tabs. So maybe you don't have jobs, so we're going to turn this off. Maybe we do have events at a restaurant, so we have this turned on. And what we can also do is sort these. So the most important thing, the most important tab I would put to the top. So let's say the menu should be on the top. And then I don't really, maybe you can also do reviews and also events. And offers is something that we will turn off for this specific business. And so you can basically customize it to whatever you want it to be. And if you don't really know how you should do it, you can also go to the templates on the top here, and you can see different templates for different kinds of businesses. And so now we have home, menu, reviews, events. So when we go back to our page, we see menu, reviews, events, and then people can click more and then see the other options that we have also activated. Now, let's go back to settings. So we have looked at the templates and tabs. Event and ticketing, I'm going to skip because that's probably not relevant for most of you watching this video. Then notifications is something I want to go in really quick, because when you create a Facebook page, you notice that you will get a lot of notifications for pretty much everything that's happening on your Facebook page. And personally, this really bothers me. So what I do is I just turn off most of the notifications, or what you can also do is only get one scheduled notification per day on all activities and updates on your page. This is something that I would recommend you do, because then you don't miss something, but you also you're not bombarded with notifications all day long. If you want to have a live notification update, what I would suggest you do is you go through these options right here and you define exactly what you want to be notified about. So maybe you don't need to see when somebody posts a new comment, so you can turn this off. Maybe you don't want to see when you get new likes. Maybe you get hundreds of likes per day, so you don't want to get a notification every time somebody likes something. And you can just go through them and then just turn off whatever you don't want to have as a notification. But what I like to do is just get one notification per day and just tick this. Okay, let's move on to advanced messaging, which is also something I will not go in depth, because this is like having a chatbot, installing a chatbot to your Facebook page and all that kind of stuff. So this is really advanced, so I'm not going to cover it in this tutorial. Then let's go to page roles. This is if you have multiple people managing your page. What you can do here is just type in the Facebook profiles of people managing your page, then assign them a role. Obviously, admin, if you create somebody as an admin, they will have pretty much all the rights for your page. You can also do it an editor, moderator, advertiser, or analyst. And here on the bottom, you will always see of what this person is allowed to do on your page when you switch these roles right here. You can just add these people and then you can have them manage your page. Then let's move on. Diversity info is something that I've also added, I think, recently, but it's also not applicable to most of you watching this, so I'm going to skip it. Then people and other pages. Here you can basically see who actually follows your page, who likes your page, and all that kind of stuff. Ban people from the page, so you can basically manage your audience. Then preferred page audience is something that I've recently removed, so we're not going to bother with that. Then issue electoral or political ads, we're going to skip. Ad limits. This is like really when you actually post ads on Facebook, when you do paid advertising. So this is like a completely different topic, so I'm not going to cover it in this video. I will probably have a detailed video about ads, about Facebook ads later down the road, so make sure you subscribe to the channel to not miss that video. Then branded content, we're also going to skip that. Then Instagram, what you can also do is add your Instagram profile, and you can manage everything that happens on Instagram through your Facebook page, which can save you a lot of time. So you can manage your Instagram comments, your Instagram direct messages, and all that kind of stuff. So I highly recommend to just connect your Instagram account to your Facebook page, and that will also later on give you the possibility to post ads on Instagram through Facebook. The same thing with WhatsApp. If you use WhatsApp as a communication channel, you can add WhatsApp to your Facebook page. Here it can feature other Facebook pages that are maybe related to you. Then cross-posting is if you have multiple pages and you want to have the same post go out on multiple pages, you can set up this. Page support inbox, this is when you have to contact Facebook support. You can see basically your tickets right here. Then page management history, you can basically see what has changed on your page. So maybe if you don't know what's happened with your page, maybe something changed, you can go into your page management history and then see what has changed, so you can undo that again and make everything work again. Then activity log on the bottom, you can see just what people have posted, what you have posted, and basically what has been going on your Facebook page. So that's basically it for the settings. Now let's go back to our page. We just go to the top left here, click on our page name, and that will take us back to our page. Alright, so now we are pretty much finished with all of the main settings. A couple of things I want to show you is kind of the tools that you'll be using a lot when you make use of your Facebook page. So here on the left side, you see a couple of tools. And the first thing that we're going to look at is the inbox. We've already seen the inbox before. We've been in here through the settings. And here's basically where you answer all the questions that you get through your Facebook page, where you kind of communicate with your audience. Now, if you also connect your Instagram account, you can also manage your Instagram direct messages here, or also your Facebook comments and your Instagram comments. Now, one thing I want to show you is the possibility here to tell people that you are not available. So what you could do is click on this icon and then say you are away for the next 12 hours or so. But what I actually would recommend you do is pre-select times where you are just not available. So let's say for our restaurant, we are available, our opening times are 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. And we also answer messages from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So what we can do is we can go to automated responses and then tell Facebook a time frame whenever we are away. So if we go to away message and then click on edit, we can click on add time right here, and then we can select all the days that we want to set up an away time frame in. So let's say we are away from 10 p.m. till 8 a.m. So 8:00 a.m. And now each day from 10 p.m. to 8 a.m. this messenger will be displayed as we are not available right now. And this is very useful, so you don't need to manually do this every time when you're actually not answering your messages. And also, if people contact you and they don't really know, are you actually answering questions or what's going on, then people will be kind of annoyed and they will give you bad reviews. So I would highly suggest you set this up. And also for the away message, you can just say something like, hey, we are back at 8 a.m. the next day. You can also book a table here. You can give them a link to your website or whatever you want people to do. And then let's go back to our page and let's look at the next tool. So another thing that you might want to look at if you have seen some activity on your page is the Insights tab right here. Here you can see pretty much everything that's going on with your page. You can see if you are actually growing, how many likes your posts are getting, how many people your posts are actually reaching. So you can see how which posts do well, which posts don't do well. But right now it's kind of boring right here because there's not any data in it. But I would highly recommend you just go in here once in a while and see what's working for your page and what's not working. Then another thing is the publishing tools right here. This is very useful as well because here you can schedule posts that you don't want to post right away. So if you go here, click on schedule posts and create a post right here, and then just type in something. And then what you can do is instead of publishing it right now, you can click on this little arrow, click on schedule post, and then type in the exact date and time you want that post to go out, which also helps you a lot with time management because you don't want to be on Facebook all the time, but you can automate a lot of things using Facebook's features like this scheduling post feature. So let's go back to our page again. And obviously we don't have any people following our page yet, but now that our page is pretty much ready to go, we have all the information on our page. Again, we can go to View as Visitor to really see if everything looks perfectly the way we want it to be. We can also maybe create a post. So if we exit this and click on Create Post, we can welcome people to our page and maybe invite them to share our page as well. So you can create your first post here. And then what I would do is go down and then go to invite friends to like your page, click on see all friends, and then just start inviting your friends to get some people following and liking your page. So you can either select all the people manually right here, or you could just click on select all and then click on send invites, and then it will tell people to go and like your page, go and follow your page. And when you have 25 followers, go back to your page and then try to, again, get a username right here, because then most likely Facebook will be allowing you to get your own username, and that will make your Facebook page finished. Alright, so congratulations on your new Facebook business page. This is everything I wanted to show you. I wish you all the best and a lot of success with your Facebook page. If you actually found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And also, if you still have any questions, just leave them down below in the comment section. And I'll make sure to get back to you as soon as possible. Also, if you want to see more videos, tutorial videos or review videos or kind of tip videos, just like this one, make sure you subscribe to the channel to not miss out on any future content. And with that being said, thank you very much for watching and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.